Welcome back, everyone, to the Care Bear Fantasy Football Podcast. It is that time of year. Fantasy football is back. The NFL is back tomorrow. Chiefs-Lions starting the year off Thursday Night Football. I am excited, and I hope you guys are too. For the podcast, the guys that know, and for the guys that don't know, same as last year, we're going to talk a little shit. We're going to talk about the games that went on, talk about our games that went on, see who did the best in the week, who was the shit king of the week. We're going to talk about some of the top players of the week, bottom players, guys who rode the bench because their manager doesn't know how to pick them. Any injuries, any trades that happened between us, and of course we got the league board back once again. That's if you guys want to say something to the chat, say something in the video. A little shit talking, nothing wrong with it. We'll have a little board for you guys to speak your mind. As for today, week 0, nothing going on, nothing to talk about yet. But as you can see behind me, we got the draft board, the big board. Got to go over that. So this year we got 12 guys instead of 8. So we're going back to regular rosters. Only one flex spot, and then 2-2-1, whatever it is. And then we got a league rule change. Tight end premium. Tight ends get 1.5 for the catch. Just trying to make them a little more valuable other than Kelsey because everyone else sucks. Starting with the first pick, we got newcomer to the league, Andrew, and the Obi-Wan Mahomes. He's coming out at QB. He's got MVP, Super Bowl MVP. Last year's fantasy QB1, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, you can't go wrong with that pick. It's Patrick Mahomes. He's the best in the game. It is what it is. Then in the backfield, we got Travis Etienne and Damian Pierce. Both of those guys should have full workloads. Etienne might get something taken away from Tank's Bigby, but Damian Pierce has that backfield all to himself. And then at receiver, he was the 101. Big surprise, Jay Jettas, last year's best fantasy player outside of quarterbacks and the best receiver in the league. He's also got Amari Cooper and Mr. Reliable Tyler Lockett. And then lastly, tight end, he's got Pat Freiermuth. Coming off the bench, old man Zeke on a new roster. Alan Lazard, new roster, and Jacoby Myers. All these guys on new rosters. Fun to see it. Like seeing old names in new places. And lastly, he's got a super gremlin, Kadarius Toney, rounding off the bench. This is a super solid roster. I mean, he's got 2 guys that were number 1 in their position last year. It's hard to beat. At the number 2 draft spot was our other Andrew last year member, Big Andy, and the McAfrican American, starting off elite fantasy quarterback, Josh Allen. Is he elite in real life? I don't know. He turns the ball over a lot. And he's got a strong backfield of C-Mac, as the team name states. And he's also got Aaron Jones, the only Aaron left in Green Bay. Sad to see Rodgers go, but not really. Both these guys top 10 last year. Solid backfield. And now Whitey got Suave Olave and the brain, Keenan Allen. 2 solid guys as long as they're healthy. I mean, Keenan Allen missed I don't know how many weeks last year just because his hammy hurt. We'll see how that goes. He's got David Njoku at the tight end. And journeyman Brandon Cooks. This guy gets passed around like a lot lizard. He's on another new team this year. Maybe he'll stay in Dallas. Probably not, but he's probably going to get 1,000 yards. That's what he does every year. Then coming off the bench, we got Kirko Chains, Jerry Jeudy, and Jonathan Taylor. Who knows when that guy's going to play? He's on the PUP list. He's got at least 4 weeks, but with the contract and not wanting to play in Indy and everything else going on, who knows if he even plays this year? Again, it's just a solid team. It's week 0. We're not talking bad on anyone. He is the highest projected scorer of week 1, though. So good looking for Andy right there. Then we got the 3 slot. It went to Ryan's DeMardiac Arrest. Crazy name, calling out DeMar Hamlin like that. That guy would not have a career if it wasn't for T. Higgins. He's got T-Law at the QB. Just hoping to see that guy keep just getting better and better. Ever since Urban Meyer left, he has just been getting better every game. And then in the backfield, he's got the Eagles past and the Eagles present with Boobie Sanders now on the Panthers and my guy, DeAndre Swift. Hate to not see him on my roster, but hope he works out for you. Then out wide, he is stacked. He's got Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, and Mark Andrews. 3 guys, all those guys, top of their position groups, fantasy or real life, doesn't really matter. And he's got Isaiah Pacheco in the flex with a bench of Tua, Darnell Mooney, Rashad Bateman, and rookie receiver JSN. Like seeing rookies. That's always fun to see how they turn out. Then at 4, we got Ant, another new member. Trust the process. He's got the newly paid quarterback, Justin Herbert. He should be good as long as his receivers stay healthy and that offensive line stays healthy. I know he struggled last year with all that going on. His leading receiver, Austin Eckler. Dump off king right there. And he's got Najee Harris and new starting running back for the Vikings, Alexander Mattison. Excited to see how that goes. He is a Vikings fan. Was it a homer pick? Probably, but who cares? He's got Stephon Diggs, Devonta Smith, and Mike Evans all out wide. 3 guys just proven elite fantasy production. And he's got Evan Ingram at the tight end spot, who with Trevor Lawrence, he looks probably top 8 at the spot, top 5 almost. Who knows? Off the bench, 2 rookies, Anthony Richardson. That's fun to see. He could be this year's Justin Fields with all that rushing upside. The passing, though, we'll have to see how that works out. And he's also got rookie Jordan Addison, Vikings new receiver too, with Thielen gone. Elijah Moore and Tyler Higbee also. And he has last year's playoff champion, Jerick McKinnon. That guy popped off last year in the playoffs. I mean, I like this team. It's another good team, proven stars, and lots of potential all around. Good to see. And at the 5 spot, we got another new member, Mr. Torres. EKS gonna give it to you. He's got the new Jets QB, Aaron Rodgers. That is a weird sight to see. He's not even rocking 12 anymore. He's gonna be rocking number 8. That is crazy. And as we said, dump off king. Last year's RB1, Austin Eckler, with all those fucking catches he got. And David Monty, now a Detroit Lion, turning his back on the Bears. Crazy to see. Nice backfield there. Then he's got Amon-Ra, the Sun God, Calvin, Parlay, Ridley, and Drake London at receivers. Those are just solid receivers all around. Excited to see how Calvin Ridley does. Haven't seen that guy play in quite some time. And he's got the Giants' new tight end, Darren Waller. Off the bench, he's got Samaje Perine. Should be solid until Javonte Williams comes back fully healthy. A.J. Dillon, Juju Smith, whose knee is going to blow up. I don't know what that's about. And Christian Kirk off the bench. Love seeing that. Then we got another new member, Paul, and Hurts So Good. He's got a Jalen Hurts nickname, but he doesn't have Jalen Hurts. Kind of whack. We'll see. We got Mr. Didn't Write Back, Geno Smith at the quarterback. Love seeing that. Didn't write back. Will he not write back again? Who knows? Was last year a fluke. Tyler Algier and Brian Robinson in the backfield. Not the strongest backfield, but it's solid all around. He does have Ramondre Stevenson on the bench right now. I'm not sure if that's just a matchup thing going on, but we'll see how that turns out. He's got Jalen Waddle, Terry McLaurin, and George Pickens, 3 just young studs out wide. And he's got big man, tight end 1, Travis Kelce, who with our tight end bonus should be a top fantasy player in the league this year. We did draft before news came out about his knee, so that sucks to see, but it is what it is. He's still not confirmed in or out for tomorrow's game. Off the bench, like we said, he's got Ramondre, Odell, Gabe Davis, rookie Zay Flowers. He should be exciting. And, he's also got Alvin Kamara once he's off his 3-game suspension. Like I said, the running backs, they are what they are, but once AK-41's back, that's a roster right there. And at number 7, yours truly, last year's champ, myself, Craig, Deshaun Watson's comeback. Obviously, we got Watson leading the team off, hoping he has a bounce-back year this year. He looked a little rough last year, just passing the ball, but he's got the rushing upside. At the running backs, lots of upside, lots of unproven talent and unknowns. Got Bijan Robinson, Tony Pollard, and Jahmyr Gibbs. Out wide, Chris Godwin and Deontay Dropson. And TJ Hawk in the middle. Bench, Jalen Warren, Tanks Bigsby, Devon Akane, Marquise Brown, and Slantman. Can't guard Mike. It's my team. I'll talk a little shit. This team is risky. So much unproven stuff, so much unknown stuff. Just quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield for Godwin, all these just stash guys on the bench. This is a dangerous team. Might be 1, might be 12, who knows. After that was the 8th slot, last year's runner-up, Reggie. He's got Dakota Prescott at the QB, hoping he doesn't lead the league in interceptions again. Maybe if he only plays 10 games, he won't this year, who knows. Then he's got Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, and Breece Hall in the backfield. That is a stacked running back room. Hopefully none of them have injuries, as they all have had big injuries in the past. Then he's got the newest Bears wide receiver, DJ Moore, as well as Mike Williams outside. And another one of my favorite guys, Dallas Goedert, at the tight end spot. I like that roster. That's solid off the bench. Jared Goff might be better than Dak Prescott at the QB position. Assuming. Cam Akers, Eli Mitchell, and Courtland Sutton. Again, it's just a solid roster. Solid rosters all around, guys. Love the draft. Then we got Corey, another newcomer, and Justin Fucker is the team name there. Got Jalen Hurts. He took a round 1 QB. That was a bold move by a new guy. Crazy to see, but love it. Love it. King Henry and Raheem Mostert in the backfield. I don't like it, man. I'm so sick and tired of King Henry. It's been 3 years now that I have doubted this man, and he just keeps getting 400 carries, and he just keeps being a top 10 back. He's bound to fall off, right? He's got to fall off eventually. Then we got probably the tallest wide receiver room in the league with DK Metcalf, D-Hop, and Michael Pittman. That is a crazy receiver room. Those guys are huge. Also, he's got George Kittle holding it down in the middle. That is Brock Purdy's guy. Once Brock Purdy is fully healthy, which I think he is, he loves hitting George Kittle, and that guy just racks. I haven't been mentioning kickers because they're kickers. We also got defense. But just for namesake, he is Justin Fucker, and he does have Justin Tucker on his roster. Off the bench, Brock Purdy, Dalvin Cook, Treylon Burks, and Dawson Knox. This is just a team of just solid, proven guys. I mean, all these guys have proven that they're studs and proven that they can be elite in fantasy. Should be a solid team to see. 10 pick was Bailey. He's got Joey B at the QB. I believe he's playing week 1. He practiced today, looks healthy, should be good. Then we got some running backs that not everyone likes, but these guys just have workloads, bona fide workhorses. James Conner. Who's the backup in Arizona? Doesn't matter. Who's the quarterback? Doesn't matter. Give the running back the ball. And then we got Rachaad White. Who's the backup in Tampa? Those guys are going to get 30 touches a game. Might not be great touches, but 30 touches is 30 touches. Can't argue with it. Then we got a stacked receiver room. Can't believe we let this happen. T. Higgins, Tyreek Hill, and not week 1, but eventually Cooper Kupp. He is out week 1 officially, but once he's back, that is a terrifying receiving room to go up against. Then he's got everyone's favorite bust, Kyle Pitts at the tight end. God, I hate that guy. Maybe this might be the year that he does it. Might be the year. Maybe he takes Travis Kelce off the tight end 1 spot, but who knows. Off the bench, lots of potential down here. We got Sky Moore, Zach Charbonnet, Van Jefferson. Then we got Javonte and Jamal Williams. Like I said, this is stacked roster. Once Kupp is healthy, this is easily the best group of receivers in the league. Easily. Then at 11, we got last year's shit king, Justin, Big Juice. He's rocking 4 running backs in the starting lineup. I don't know how he did that. He's got Antonio Gibson, J.K. Dobbins, Joe Mixon, and Justin Fields. Then out wide, he's got the NFC East rival receivers, C.D. Lamb and A.J. Brown. Stacked receivers, like seeing that. Those guys are beasts. And then in the middle, Cole Kmet. I don't know if the Bears have a quarterback, so I don't know about that one. He's got Jahan Dotson, Brandon Ayuk, Tyler Boyd, Rashee Rice, and the Penny Pinchard, another new Eagle off the bench. Love seeing that. That guy is going to be a touchdown goblin this year. Don't like the running back room for the Eagles. That is a mess. There's like 6 guys there. Not a fan of it. Then last pick, hate to do it to him, Tommy, racing with Ruggs, 12 spot, obviously. He's got Lamar Jackson at QB. He's got a nice big Chubb at running back, and Kenny Walker as well. Garrett Wilson, A-Rod's new Devontae, Debo Samuel, and Christian Watson as receivers. And he's got rookie Dalton Kincaid. I don't know much about him, but I like it. I heard he's supposed to take over for Dawson Knox, or he's going to be like a slot guy or something. Who knows? Off the bench, Khalil Herbert, new Bears RB1. Should be fun to see him. I like that guy. James Cook, Bills RB1. Solid bench. Adam Thielen, Panthers receiver 1. Nico Collins and rookie Quentin Johnston. Who knows? With the injuries, those 2 starters in LA get, he might be playing by week 3, playing 100% of the snaps. And then, might as well mention him, got Gambler Jr. to Mr. Calvin Ridley. J-Mo Williams on the IR on that roster. That's fun to see. Who knows, maybe week 7 he comes back. Still haven't seen the guy play much, but maybe he's a stud. Like I said, we got loaded rosters all over the place. Great draft, guys. Give it up. That was just an amazing draft night. Everyone that was here, it was a fun time. Everyone that wasn't, what are you doing? As we head into week 1, we got some matchups going on. Got myself going up against Jews. Devin going up against Bailey. We got a Andrew showdown. Lil Andrew versus Big Andrew. Ryan versus Tommy. Ant versus Corey. And Paul versus Reggie. That's pretty much all I got for today. It is week 0, so there isn't too much to talk about. But let's get excited for some football. See you next week.